Welcome on into this week's boss event, the Blastpopoulos. Now, this one is really cool. We've done it a couple times now. We were actually trying to do it right when it came out at 1 a.m. last night, but it was behind, so we didn't get to it until this morning. We've played it a couple times on normal and ranked normal to figure out this strategy, so let's dive right in. And this is how you can beat the Blastpopoulos Bloon event on ranked normal. 4 circles, pretty standard. Hero doesn't matter too much. We're going to go with Sauda because she's my favorite, but this strategy doesn't really depend on the hero you choose. So let's dive right in. And we're going to put chapters in the video so that you can skip to whichever part is having trouble with, whether it be early farming, tier 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5. So this is pretty much the same strategy I use for a lot of these different boss events, but we're going to start out with our trusty engine monkey, engine number monkey. And we're going to work on getting him all the way up to a balloon trap, and that's going to be an income portion for us. This is also with no monkey knowledge. We've disabled all of our monkey knowledge to show you guys that you can do it. Using monkey knowledge is obviously going to help you increase your time and speed for all of this. We're actually going to turn auto start back on. I used it, I turned it off at round 119 in my last run just to show, just to help increase my Paragon monkey strength before the final tier, but I'll show you that in just a little bit here. Now we're going to get him to a 0, 1, 3 monkey, and then we're going to focus on getting banana farms. So it's 0, 1, 3 engine monkey. That's going to have him cutting off really everything he can here, and then we're going to work on our banana farms. And placement for all these things is going to be very important. We're going to kind of see why that is here in just a moment. So there you go, we've got our 0, 1, 3 engineer monkey. Now we're going to focus on banana farms, and we're going to place them down here at the bottom because we also want to make sure that we're placing them near where we can put a buccaneer monkey that can increase its trade back value, because with this boss, they've got the ability to lower the sell value of all of your things. So we're going to try to counteract that with our pirate monkey. Let us know if you've tried this event, if you've been able to pass certain tiers, which ones are giving you trouble in the comments below, and we'd love to be able to see what you guys add to this strategy that makes it faster. We really want to see if we can't climb up these rankings. This is only a strategy to get you through it. I know there's better strategies for faster times and everything like that. I just don't know exactly how they work out. So let me know what you're doing in the comments below. Now we're going to get this to a 2, 0, 0, and then work on getting a second banana farm. There we go. Okay, so we've got both these at 2, 0, 0, and there's a couple different ways you can go with this right now. I prefer, once this camo comes out, put our buccaneer monkey that can take him out. Don't worry, it'll come back around and we'll have a chance at it. So this is round 24, you get that first camo one that gets by your engine monkey, your engineer monkey, and that's taken care of. And it's at this point we could do a couple of different things. Let me slow it down here and show you. We could upgrade these banana farms and get to the marketplace on the third path. We could get a merchant monkey. We could also get the balloon trap, and that's the one that we're going to do. We're going to get a balloon trap, set it up here. It does a couple of things, but really the best thing is it's the fastest money maker for the next 10 rounds. So we got to get up to 3,600. Oh, actually we're going to do that first. And ideally you'd like to have this balloon trap set up with about 10 rounds until your tier 1 boss comes out. Here we go. Place it as far up as possible so that you're not wasting potential balloons to get double paid on, or more than that. So that's going to go up here. You're going to hear the chime going on. Now we're going to upgrade these two to marketplaces. This is going to do a couple things. Not only are they going to be more efficient that way, it's going to give us the ability not to be staring at them the whole time. They auto-collect at that point, so that's great. Now this is such a freaking fun boss event. I've really enjoyed this one. So like I said, let me know how, which boss you guys like more than this, because I did really think this was a fun one to do. A nice big map. You knew this was going to be the one that Ninja Kiwi was going to pick for this week because they just reintroduced this boss. Alright, now that we've got those set up, you can get this Buccaneer up to, you use 2400, get it up to a merchant, and get it up to a 023, and keep him here. And that's what we're going to do for now. The biggest thing we need in a moment, though, is in 3 rounds, we want to make sure that we've got a sniper that is at least starting to get set up. So, there we go. So we've still got 3 rounds, so let's go ahead and set up 2 things. One, we're going to set up our sniper monkey. I always like putting them here in the middle, and this is why I said placement was so important. So we're going to take a monkey village, we're going to put it right at the tippy top here, where it covers both the sniper and the engineer monkey. And those couple went by, so it's not the end of the world. And the reason for that is we're going to do a grow block, and then we're going to do a radar scanner, so that not only does this sniper have the ability to now hit everything, even if we avoid the middle path, which we're going to, this engineer monkey can now pick up camo balloons with its trap. So it's kind of a little trick to get more money from this engineer monkey and make this an even more powerful sniper monkey. So let's speed this back up, get through the next couple rounds. And this sniper monkey, this is the key to getting through tier 1, is getting a sniper monkey that is 2, 0, 3, and then 4 sometime during it. So we're gonna add that deconstruction as well, making the engineer monkey a little more powerful against this boss and the upcoming Moabs. And for this boss, I don't really worry too much about this gauge. Yes, it'll fill a couple times during the entire run, but it's not that big a deal. It does stop everything for a little bit, but we're going to wind up having so much monkeys it's not going to be a big deal. Alright, we're going to get him to a full auto, and this trap is going to move back every time this boss comes out, so just make sure you try to move it back. We're also going to upgrade this to favor trade, so when we go to trade these, they're more valuable. And the benefit is, in a lot of different strategies on a lot of different maps, we actually have to trade these away to get this guy all the way up, and we're going to do that in just a moment, but we could actually end this strategy the whole time and not, and keep it this way, but we're going to do it for a couple of different reasons. First things first, though, I like setting up my protection from all these others, because you still have 200 lives, but those can go really quickly if you're not paying attention. So I like putting my hero here. I also like putting a bomb shooter here, kind of covering a lot of the later portion of the map, but also the very beginning and the center. This center obviously gets crossed so many different times. And then one more coverage monkey I like to put is near the end. I like putting a necromancer, and I want to put it to where these are crossing this middle section and moving into the ends. I'm also going to put a wall of fire just to help cover anything else near the end that might get through there. Now that we've done that, now that we're very close to being able to sell these 2 sets, or we can actually do it now, so we're going to sell both of these, and we're going to go to an elite defender just to get this first tier done right now. See how fast it's going now that that defender's going through? I mean, you can see these rocks were almost on top of each other at that point. Okay, now that we've done that, we've got enough coverage here. We're going to sell this right away. Everything else can cover that for now, but we need to make sure we put a central market out, as well as another marketplace, as well as a 3rd marketplace, and we're making sure that all of these are inside of the favor trades range of this Buccaneer monkey. So these are all 203 or 204s. And the reason we're doing that, we've got 10 rounds until the second tier comes up, and we've got a very specific strategy for that second one. Let's make sure this is a bigger radius covering more, and it's jungle drum, so everything's shooting faster. Because now what we really want to use this time for is just creating more and more farms that we can favor trade away, make money off of these farms without needing to keep them around every single round. Every single run, I should say. And the goal for number 2 is we are going to get a Dartling Gunner, and we are going to put him in the middle as well, like we did before, and we're going to get a MAD, an MAD. So that's going to be a 052 Dartling Gunner, and that's going to get us through the next section. But first we need at least one more of these to be a central marketplace, and there it is. Because now we can sell these for almost 20,000 money each. If we can get another one in the next round, that's probably even better, because that's 60. That's the final upgrade for this Dartling Gunner. It looks like we will be able to. Perfect. So these are going to get us even more money. It's worth it to put it out now. I like putting it in the middle for the same reason I wanted the other ones. It's going to gain that camo targeting, even though it would have had it anyway. But it gains the jungle drum, it gains the bigger radius, it gains all the fun stuff, and it's the favor trade, being able to trade it back for cheap. So we're going to lock this into place right at the beginning just to make sure we're not having to focus on it. And now, what you can see is, so we've gotten this all the way up to 240, and now we need $60,000. By trading these 3 away, if we have even just a little bit of money, we're going to be able to do that while still keeping our 2 lower marketplaces and still having our engineer monkey. We're not giving away a lot of our economy in order to do it. So once this fire goes away, that's what this gauge does. Stops everything and makes it inability to sell. But now we've got that. See how we're above 60. We're going to green light that bad boy, and then boom. Now as we go, I like doing this one it's slow, because once these other ones start coming out, once it starts stopping this monkey from going, it does have a couple of these balloon waves do get a little bit hectic. So in order for that, we're going to put a tack shooter out here, once again making sure it's getting these camo properties, and just a 204 attack zone. Helps out with a lot of these waves and making sure we're using our 2 abilities. So boom and boom. See, we're already through 2 skulls. Let's speed this up a little bit. And now that we've got this all set up, we're going to quickly go back to our banana farms, because we want to make sure that we're keeping as much of this money in our pocket as possible. We're utilizing this last section, and there we go. This guy did it perfectly. Same thing as we did with the other one. We're going to sell it right away. Boom, boom, boom. Now we've got 3 of these marketplaces working their tail off, almost 4. We're going to put this one here. And see how fast that was? It only took 3 rounds for it to get through that. But we're going to put a spike factory here just to help out with all of these extras that are coming through. These larger balloon waves, because we're getting rid of our most powerful tower every single time, it can cause us to underestimate what these in-between rounds are actually here for. So let's get this up to a 4th marketplace. Let's get another one going. Always remember, as these are coming through, as it's going around, it's hard to remember which circles that they're on. Always slow your game down if you need to. Make sure that you're utilizing this and not just using it as a crutch to play faster all the time. Slow it down, watch as things are going, make sure they're popping as fast as you'd like them to, then go back and speed it up. There you go, you see it comes onto this last one and back up, and we're fine because we've got this Necromancer and its balloons coming in this way. Oh, there we go. This moved again, so it's not nearly as useful here. And after this next set, I actually do leave it here just because it helps out with all these other pop balloons and it gives it more opportunity, and it's just not as important to change it. It's not as efficient as it needs to be to keep my eye on it the whole time. Sometimes I will forget to move it. Not a humongous deal after you get through the second tier. You see, this guy's already gotten us 20,000. I mean, that's one of these marketplaces absolutely paid for. Now, we've got 12 rounds left. This is actually one of the best rounds I've had so far trying to this boss event, and what we're going to do is we're actually going to sell off these two bottom ones that have been there forever, and this newest one we have, because that gives us the tier 5, the 205 path for this, and this gives us 4,000 at the end of every single round. So we're at 7,500. Once we pass this round, you'll see, because it gives the same as the other ones do, but it's the end of round bonus that is the best. So boom, just gave us over $4,000 right there for that. So now we've got 10 rounds of that. That's going to be an extra 40,000 money that we get to play with before we are going to sell this off again, because it's worth 80,000 to sell, as well as the one next to it. But we've got 10 rounds left to put these ones back in. So that's what a lot of these boss events come down to. It's how are you using your economy and selling to get the highest tier and then re-upping your other guys. And if you've seen any of probably the most successful videos online, you know that the next thing we're going to do is we're going to get a dart monkey paragon. That is the strategy here, but we're going to increase our economy a little bit more. And like I said, if you see that I'm missing something, if there's a tower that, you know, I'm not using that absolutely crushes this boss, that increases the time or that decreases the time it takes for all of these, let me know in the comments, because I definitely want to learn about the fastest way to do these, that we can, you know, make some headway on these event statuses and get closer to the top tier of these events, not just top 75%. And now that we've got 6 rounds left, we are going to put these out here, the druid, and the ability to have the spirit of the jungle or the spirit of the forest, and have the thorns all over the map is a great big help for us, just like these are. And 5 rounds left, we're going to put another spike factory down here at the end, just to keep this even more clear and not have to worry about it when this comes up. And real quick, let's put more banana farms down. Okay, this is what we're going to stay with for now. For the next 3 rounds, we're going to start using dart monkeys, trying to get as many on the field as possible, as high as we can. So we're going to do the crossbow first, and in here, we're going to use the juggernaut. And this is going to be the one that we're going to change because it's in the center, so I always want to make sure I mark that with the juggernaut. We're going to do the middle path, and we're going to do a couple more as well. And I always like doing crossbow monkeys. I don't know exactly what the numbers are to make it different, but I feel like crossbow monkeys are the best path. And you can do this with just the 3 monkeys. I did this in one of my earlier rounds. Just having the bear 3 will get you through round the tier 3 of the boss, because if you just have the middle path, the crossbow, and the juggernaut monkey, those 3 monkeys will get you a tier 2 paragon, and that will get you through get you through tier 3 and 4 of this boss. But we want to have a little bit stronger and give it a better chance of having a tier 5, not having to do a resell. So there we are. So real quick, right before this round starts, let's do this. Let's unauto start this, and then when this round ends, we'll go through our money. So we've got 11,000 here, plus another 81,000. Plus, let's just call them 20s because they're just below that. But so we've got 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 180,000. Now, that's not enough to upgrade right now because we need 45 here and we need 15 here. So we need at least 210,000 at the end of all this. So without selling off anything else, because we want to make sure we're protected from the balloons, we're just going to let it run for a minute with the boss going, and I'll show you what I mean. We're just going to let it run for a little bit, let these get us even more monies. And we're going to go pretty much until the tower's right down here, or the boss is right down here. Trying to get as much damage on it as possible, so we are going to use all of our fun abilities that we've got available to us right now. And you see they're working it pretty well as well. So like I said, 80, 100, 120, 140, 160, 180. We need 210. We could have it right now. Let's wait another couple minutes. Let's wait another moment just to make sure. Really what I like to do is get all of these to their tier 5 path. So we would need 45, just 10 more. And then use sell everything, and then sell all of our income producers, and then use the extra money to increase our Paragon even more. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to wait another moment. We're actually going to wait until right below. Like I said, the longer we wait, the more money we'll have from all of this. And we're not really worried about time, because we're almost one skull down, and we're only at round 83. This one lasts till round 100. So we've got time. Alright, let's go ahead and start selling now, because we don't want them to get mad to the point where we can't sell when we want to. So, and like I said, we always do the one in the middle, and we can now add 56th. So let's see what level this gives us. Level 19, not as high as I would have liked it, to be honest, but 19, which you can see it start going. There you go. Now it's starting to go, and boom. See how fast this is actually flooding it down. So let's get these back in order, because we are going to need these for later. This is only tier 3 at the moment, so we're going to need to make sure we get it, get strong enough to last through tier 5. But what that means right now is more income. So let's get more income. Okay, so we did that, and like I said, we saw it auto start turned off, so I'll turn it back on here in a moment. But with 9 levels left, it was only over here. It still had to make this entire path, this entire circle. We had no real issues with that. Probably could have waited a little longer. If you want a stronger Dart Monkey Paragon, you could probably wait till it passes this first circle, but to guarantee that you're going to get through this event, just knock it out whenever you can. So now this is the one I do not sell, this Paragon Monkey. This stays with me pretty much until the end, as long as I'm up above like 15 or so. So auto start now is just about getting to strength. I've had a strategy where I use another Paragon Monkey. It works on long maps. This is one of them. This Prism Logs, these longer maps. We can go for a Boomerang Dart Monkey. Let's just see how our income producing works for the next couple minutes. Because the goal, we got to get back to this one Monkey Wall Street at least. The benefit is this Paragon Monkey will now destroy the tier 4 boss. How many do we have here? 6. Alright, so we've got 6 farms working right now for us. Let's put these as high as we can for the moment. And this engineer monk, this is why I like him so much. He's gotten us almost 28,000 money since we've gotten him. Still very useful, still helps out, so I'm not going to get rid of him. Boom, boom. That's why I like these events so much. These boss events are great because it really is a test in how well you can keep the economy going together and how well you can strategize. So obviously, like I said, Dart Monkey, Paragon, wiping the floor with this guy. Hasn't even really gotten to the middle yet. Boom, one skull down. So we're just going to let it go. We're going to keep increasing our money. These DDTs are no use. That's a big reason why I like using this, because everything can now attack these DDTs. Doesn't matter if it's, you know, my bomb shooter, my engineer monkey, everything can attack it, my tack shooters, and that's what really helps. And we are going to upgrade this monkey village here in just a minute, but first things first, let's get everything to a central market. Okay, just a view blocked for a moment. These rocks will block the view, so especially if they fall pretty much right on your dart monkey, it's not a big deal. This map is big enough that they'll come through. I guarantee in another event this will be a big issue. They will block so much that you really can't do anything. You have to be a mat on the inside of that circle or something else, but for this event, we're A-okay. We're going to upgrade to the Prince of Darkness here, and the big reason for that is we can do two things. One, it increases the balloons here and it crosses, so it gets them at the beginning and it really hurts them, and it covers our end. That's our whole goal. We want to cover this end as much as possible from all those fast moving balloons. So covers that, and we can now put another Prince of Darkness pretty much in the same spot. And what it's going to do, it's going to do the exact same thing, and it's going to be powered up, because that's what the Prince of Darkness does. He powers up all Necromancer monkeys with his ability. So, with those enhanced and him being even bigger, great. We really don't have to pay too much attention there. We have a couple options. We can go with the Perma Spike, we can go with the full tax zone, we can do a couple of things. We can go with the Moab Eliminator. That's normally my choice. Right now we're going to wait and we're going to make sure one of these gets up to Monkey Wall Street first, because now we have 11 rounds until our tier 5s comes through. Bang. So 10 rounds with that end of round bonus every single time. It's just beautiful. These are getting us quite a bit of money now. Go ahead and upgrade to Call to Arms, and then we'll upgrade to Homeland Defense right after that. That's going to give us very, very powerful abilities. It's going to increase the speed for everything. The ability now increases speed and pops by 100% for all monkeys for 20 seconds. That's 10 seconds on double speed. But doing this for everything makes it all much more powerful, and you're going to see the difference when our boss comes up on round 5. Doesn't affect your Paragon, obviously, it never does. So let's tier 5 a couple of these off, because tier 4 that one, I guess, but having tier 5 monkeys there are just more powerful. So anything that you're using on the offensive, your tack shooter, your bomb shooter, all that kind of stuff, I like to tier 5 them at this point. And we will do that with the Spirit of the Forest as well, because I like having the track covered in thorns. It hurts everything. Even if a DDT somehow gets through into a dead space, it's getting hurt. So, boom, there we go. Here's our baddies, and same thing I did before. So what I did last time, and this I didn't really have as set up for it, but instead of going to tier 5 on all of those, what I just did in my last run that helped out a lot when I only had a level 2 Paragon, not a level 19, was I started putting a bunch of dart monkeys out and making them tier 4s of different paths, just to put them out there and using as much money as I could. I then went through and sold all of these and this, and then I sold a couple, and then I wound up selling the Paragon itself to make an even more powerful Paragon. So in doing that, I got up to about, I think, a 30. It was, more unnecessary than it needed to be. But this one we're going to live, because everything above 15 here should be fine. So just remember that if you're kind of thinking of, well, do I sell and do I get a bigger Paragon? No, if you're above a level 15 Paragon, you should be A-okay. Let's do this for now. But I say that we're not going to sell the Paragon. We are going to sell all of our income producing. So all these towers we're going to sell. It's going to give us nearly 200,000. We could sell the Engineer Monkey, but he does damage as well. Same thing over here. We could do all that. And we're just going to pick, I'd say pick your favorite tier 5 tower. Get it. Mine is the helicopter. I love the helicopter monkey. Put it in this same spot so it gets the camo, so it can affect the DDTs. For this, going all the way to the Apache Prime, baby. That's why it's in the logo. I love this one so much. And what I actually wanted to do here as well is I wanted to see, this is now just me testing something, I wanted to see how strong this ability was. I really like the total transformation ability. I wanted to see how this does. So if this doesn't work, blame it on this monkey, because everything else up to this point worked. I'm also going to put 4 random, not random, but 4 other alchemist ones along kind of the beginning of the track. So that when I do this ability, it's going to have all of those affected, unless it affects something else. I don't think it'll affect any of these other ones, but if it does, it's still in the same general spot. Still have $60,000 to spend, and the reason I'm taking time to spend it right now, I want to make this as fast as possible, because the faster it is, the better it is for us. So, what's another really high DPS? I mean, I guess the engineer monkey with all the sentry guns. Bigger surface area, so that's good for us as well. Another 20 to spend. You know, like I said, pick the monkeys you like the most. I really like those ones. I also really like the Ring of Fire. So, all right. Well, the Ring of Fire is cheap, so let's do another big bomb shooter, and let's just send it. So now we're going. Most of this is going to be done by the Paragon. The Paragon's going to do most of the damage here. Let's see. Everything does that. Scoots over. Does a bit of damage. These alchemy monkeys, they do a bit. It's nothing too crazy. It's not really affecting it all that much, so not a big deal. Like I said, I wanted to see how that worked out as well. I do use, you will see me, I use all my abilities. Because the abilities are going to keep, either it's just the other Bloons and Moabs away from the boss. Great. Yep, so everyone is 600,000 health in between each one of these, so that's all we're trying to do. 1 down. 3 more skulls to go, 4 more bars. Here we go. Submarine. Being able to see everything and give it up until its preemptive strike is a-okay by me. As this strike will have a little bit of damage as well. This is a faster run than my current rank time, so that's nice to see. We're going to be, just under the 23, just over the 23 mark right now. And like I said, I'm spamming the abilities as fast as they come up to utilize them. Preemptive strike is going to help us, clear all these Moabs at the beginning. And I'll slow it down for a minute. You can see how hectic this is with all these DDTs flying through. They're fortified, they're very strong, but because there's so much going on, there's so much on the track already, it really can't get halfway through, and we're still putting damage into the boss, so that's the benefit there. Okay. Boss is right about to cover halfway, and we're about to cover him. Let's go ahead and put another here, and we're going to do the middle path. Faster shooting, just to put some more damage out there on him. Now this is slowing down a little bit here because it wasn't close enough and nothing was triggering the Dart Monkey. I'm not really worried about it at the moment, so we'll see how this turns out. But the Dart Monkey, being our bread and butter, once it starts hitting it again, we're going to see it go down. Boom, there's another skull. Put a super monkey out there as well, just for the fun of it. Like I said, this is a strategy I could have stood pat with and been A-okay. And I'm just adding monkeys here in the back end just to, one, make sure that everything goes the way it should, and to lower my time as fast as possible, because this is right about the same time I had in my last run. I ended in just about 30 minutes, and this will be just about that, maybe a little bit more. Alrighty, down to its last 100,000. It's getting wiped away right now. Alrighty, everybody. Now it's just a little bit of cleanup, which this Dart Paragon can do just fine. Let's speed this up a little bit. And there we go. Victory! We've defeated the Blastpopoulos. I don't know. Well, hey, thank you very much. I hope you found this guide helpful. If you did, make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel for even more. And hey, thank you so much. Bye-bye.